I'm Info.
And I'm Tech.
So you guys know you gotta put some respect on our names.
That's
You
right.
heard? Did
Exactly.
we start? I love you guys. We bring you guys part 3 episode. We have a lot of juicy topic right now. Really just that one, you know. But before we get to anything, you guys, we gotta give a shout out to
You
okay.
and
Who?
you. We're shouting out to
Who?
you and you
You?
and
You?
you. Thanking you for tuning in to us. Because it wouldn't be no
I love
us without you.
Yeah. So you guys hear that? We're giving a shout out straight from the door to you guys for being here right now, live to the core. You heard me? We were supposed to go live, I forgot, but we're gonna get you guys next time. We said it this time, but we're gonna get you guys next time. On the live, okay? Going down. But you guys, our topic this time is a little bit more intense. We're going to different levels here. And what we're going to talk about is heartbreak in relationships and moving on after the heartbreak of these relationships. Because you guys know, this time of year, this is the topic. This is the topic. Okay? So that's what me and Tech is going to touch on. But before we do, since me and Tech are definitely readers, we're going to pull a card as well to start. We're going to pull a card to start, okay? All right. Ready, Tech? I'm ready to give you we're going to start shuffling. In regards to the card, I'm going to pull for the subscribers first to see what they most would like to, like grasp from it. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much. And me, all right now. Yeah, mine went, oh wow. Oh wow, oh wow, oh wow. Cats.
Yep.
Mine is the it's deep. Let me see something. Oh, okay. Emotional intimacy. Emotional intimacy and how emotional intimacy. So that's the number one from it. That's what's coming up right now. Okay. I got emotional intimacy. Wow. Cat, they want to ask about subscribers are dealing with like that, those kind of like the devil energy, but it's showing it of addiction, like person who's addicted and having, problems with the emotional intimacy. But they also have issues, believe it or not, that's carrying over from their childhood experiences. So that's what's coming out ringing on my side really, really clear. And these people are longing physical intimacy. They are coming through like this. They are longing it. Okay. And it's holiday time, so that makes sense. You're longing to be with someone during the holidays. So that's what's going on. Wow. That's what's hot right now. So my subscribers are longing physical intimacy. It's weird because they have this situation that some of them are dealing with an individual who has that addictive personality, and what that means is a person is in this relationship one-sided, so therefore someone is short-sided. Someone is not getting the full effect of the intimacy process, so to speak. So that's what's happening here. And what's real deep is they don't realize whatever it is from their childhood. their childhood, they felt like they didn't get what they needed, from their parents. So therefore, they just taking what they need in the emotional intimacy part and leaving you high and dry. That's what's happening here. That's what's happening to my subscriber. That's what's coming out on my end. It's like they're being robbed. So it's one-sided. Whew, and that's a lot.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
What's your side come up with the subscribers? Did you pull it for the subscribers?
Yeah, and I was using the Keepers of the Light deck, and I've got Dharma unfolding, and it's basically saying, remember that you are on a path. So take one step at a time to happiness. That's what my card came up for the subscribers.
I love that. So you
Yeah.
summed it up basically for the subscribers, because definitely with that type of person that you're dealing with who's only one-sided, they get what they need, and you guys left longing for intimacy. Definitely gotta take it one step at a time. Really, and have you ever been, because we want to talk because I don't want to just aimlessly talk at this. I don't want to talk at it. I want to relate to it,
Mm-hmm.
in some type of way. Have you ever experienced anything like this as one-sided?
Yes, I have experienced a one-sided relationship, and
Okay.
and that person, they also had some type of mental disorder as well. So that right there, I kind of gave them more chances than I probably should have, just being kind of lenient and trying to be understanding and things like that. But you can only take so much. It's draining. You realize that since it's one-sided like that, they're not invested in it, because mentally they don't have the capacity to be invested in it. They don't know what love is. They're real immature. So at some point you just have to walk away. Can't be your problem, and no projects. Can't be your problem. You have to allow people the space to grow up. You can't force them to grow up.
Now remember, you love this person, right?
Yeah, you can love them from a distance. You can wish them nothing but the best. But if you aren't feeling like you're getting filled up, you're feeling drained, or at the end you're not really sensing any loyalty. This person, anytime an issue comes up where there's a conflict, they're willing to walk away from you like you just some random on the street after years or whatever. Let them go. Let them stay in the streets.
So just let them go.
Let them go, especially you didn't give them multiple. Yeah, especially you giving them multiple chances. Yeah, just let them go.
Oh yeah, give them multiple
you can give them multiple chances, and it's always the same.
How many years was that relationship particular? Can you remember?
Yeah, it was about 2 years off and on. Mm-hmm.
So 2 years off and on.
Off and on. So maybe when you add it all up, maybe it might have been a year and 2 months or something. But yeah, it was about 2 years off and on.
And true adulthood too. And it wasn't a teen relationship, it was pure adulthood. Yeah. You always think by the time adulthood comes, maybe someone has been able to, or the person will be able to have worked on something, to bring towards you, in such a way. You saying your experience?
Well, I mean, they may have material things to bring towards you. They may have maybe even spiritual things that they could bring towards you. But if you're not getting the emotional connection, or you're not getting that sense of like security or growth in the relationship, just wasting your time. It should be the whole package.
Say that again.
I said it should be the whole package. And even if it's something where you have to build towards it, if we're not building, somebody's complacent and stuff like that and thinking that they could just do this and this and everything's gonna be okay forever. No.
Right. No. Okay. Now, question again. Was this during holiday time? Can you remember, like, was it like this time? Because this time, people are, of course, going through. And like I said, like when I checked the subscribers, you say they're doing it one step at a time, and that's a blessed thing. However, I'm seeing that they're also longing that intimacy, they're longing, so.
Yeah, and with that
During the
longing,
holiday time?
yeah, with that longing, I might cause them to stay longer. Now, that long word, stay longer than they should be there, but again,
You said, oh my goodness,
yeah,
I love that. Yeah. Wow. So was it during the holiday time though?
well, the first year we were together during the holidays. The other time, by the holidays, we weren't together for the holidays. We would just talk here and there or a text here and there, but we were not in like a relationship during the
Because
holidays.
see, the audience that we're speaking to, the subscribers that we're speaking to now is speaking volumes about they're going through heartbreak at this time.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I was wondering, was it like, at this time, like, was it holiday time, like this time? Have you ever experienced going through it this time of year?
Yeah, I mean, we were like for maybe the last two holidays, well, not the one that just passed, but 2 years prior, we were kind of just talking in a talking phase. And, I would be longing, not necessarily for their company, but it would have been nice to, be in a relationship, have someone around. Even I went to a Christmas show a few days ago, and it was a couple next to me, and every time when they played Christmas songs, he put his hand on his wife's leg or hold her close and things like that. I mean, who doesn't want companionship or company to a certain extent?
Yes. And so that brought some emotions, right? That brought some close, like, it brought that heartfelt emotion of heartbreak back, or
No, that didn't bring any heartbreak back. I mean, it was, maybe wanting that closeness or whatever, but no, it's not bringing heartbreak back.
Can I ask you this ultimate question, because I have to ask because of this?
Go ahead.
Do you feel like when you were younger too, do you feel like maybe your needs were met? Like, say, like if you felt afraid, and so your mommy or your daddy, hey, I'm afraid, I just had a dream, or you know what I'm saying, when you feel like your needs were met in any type of way?
Honestly, I had the attachment type where you didn't go to your parents for things. You were independent and you figured it out yourself. I don't know what type that is, but that was the one I had. So honestly, but that is an attachment type. I just can't think of what it was. It might be the avoidant one. I'm not sure. Don't quote me. But I never went to them for like emotional things, honestly. And that the emotional support, I can honestly say, was lacking in my childhood.
Okay. Oh, okay. I see that. Okay. So do you think that carried over to adulthood?
It probably has, yeah. Because honestly, and it could be that Scorpio moon in me as well. I keep things to myself. I like deep feelings and all that, be vulnerable and stuff like that. I just keep it to myself. I don't know if I've ever felt like anyone that I've been in a relationship with like felt close to them or anything like that. So
it did affect your emotional intimacy as an adult. And do you find yourself, because of this lack, because it's a lack that we had experienced, because you're not alone,
mm-hmm.
but it's like, do you feel because of that, have you noticed that when you're inside a relationship, like you come to get what you want? Do you come to get what you want, or do you overcompensate for what they want and then leave yourself hanging? How does it work for you? How do you see yourself? Because obviously it's the way that I see it, because you're left longing, so you're giving, and not really receiving, or allowing yourself to receive because you're not used to receiving because your needs were never met, right?
Now, yes, that getting used to receiving, that was something, kind of new, especially with the last relationship. He was giving, he was giving. That wasn't a problem there with the giving. And I was receiving.
Now, this giving, are you speaking of giving on the emotional, spiritual, joint inside level, or are you speaking you're speaking right inside? Because I'm not, like, I understand, like, people can give things. I mean, anybody can give things. You don't have to be a mate to do that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But as far as giving emotionally, are they giving emotionally, or were they giving?
It was emotional to a certain point, because it would be, well, let's not talk about this subject, or let's not talk about that subject and stuff like that. So it was one of those where he didn't really prove himself enough to me for me to really even want to be open and vulnerable and stuff with him. So it was only going to be surface deep until, he showed that there was actually loyalty and genuineness in our connection. Yeah, you give me a key to your place, but when I ask you a question about something, you play the ghost game. I let the ghosts stay dead. Dead folks stay dead.
Then, girl, when you said that key to that place, why did you bring up some energy from that lack and disgrace? I had my dose. Oh my goodness, you really brought it up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness, you turned the whole dial to simply hot.
Mm-hmm.
It's like on fire and on my head. I'm like, oh, that way, it's before, because I want to get yours and then I want to move to mine, but you touched on something powerful there. Now, how did you move on? How did you pick yourself up? Like, you say it wasn't, so you didn't really, because see, I'm talking about the heartbreak. Did you have heartbreak from it?
I had heartbreak. I would wake up in the morning and, heart would, it was like, we would literally feel like it would be breaking and stuff like that. There was some heartbreak up in there, but, talk to other people.
Say that again?
Talk to other people, open myself up to talking to new people.
Okay.
And they say the best thing to do is what get up under, let me stop, but no. Get up under somebody new. Well, no, that's what they say. I don't know about all of that. But talk to people, took up some hobbies, got into plants, perfume, different things like that. Started doing more watches, just got into different things and stuff like that.
You use outside sources okay, so you use like hobbies or something like that.
Actually, yes, 2020 was definitely more about outside things. Now there was, I did grow more spiritually because I started, with the tarot cards, kind of the end of 2019, more 2020. So, the tarot cards, the candles, working with the moon and different, spiritual things. But I think 2021 has actually been more of my introspection and working within on things. I've read different books like this. I think it's Nicole Perla, like How to Do the Work and things like that. And, she's got chapters talking about boundaries and different things like that. So, setting boundaries. My phone goes on do not disturb at a certain time. So if anybody calls me when my phone is on do not disturb, guess what? I don't. We'll have to talk the next time when I'm up and I see that I missed your call or missed whatever from you. Things like that. If I don't want to do something, I'm not doing it. Also, that nice girl thing. When we were growing up, how your parents would tell you to be nice. That the Bible tells you to turn the cheek and all that other kind of garbage.
Yeah.
All that other kind of garbage. So you spend your whole life worried about what other people think or how somebody else is going to respond to what you say, or how is this going to affect somebody. 2021, that's over. So yes, it's way over. So all that nice stuff, no more. So yes, I'm definitely filling my cup up. It's not selfish, but it's definitely more self than anything else.
So I don't think you're saying you're not going to be nice per se. I think you're saying that you're not going to allow some things that you used to allow, and you know how to set boundaries now because you're, a little bit stronger.
I don't have to be
wiser.
Don't have to be nice. I can be caring.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think that that's the quote unquote overall intent. Because what I'm getting from you real strong is that you just know your boundaries now.
Yeah.
You're not gonna allow certain things.
And
because you're stronger.
You could probably take it as not nice. Yeah. I'm gonna be courteous.
And people always trying to, do that thing right there. That is nice to treat yourself nice. It is nice to love yourself. So I wouldn't say, like I said, you wouldn't say not nice. I would say that you're doing what's best for you. You're really doing what's best for you by setting boundaries, and by setting boundaries, you know that you're covered. You know what I mean? Well, you got your own back.
I say it's not nice. And I mean, I can understand we have different viewpoints on that, but I'm leaning more towards the not nice,
But I don't see it different. I see we right there, but we just chose in different ways of expressing it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. That's all. Because I'm right there where you are, but I just don't see, because I see you as a nice person. You know what I'm saying? So that's why.
Well, I gotta fix that. Let me work on that a little bit more.
I don't want people to confuse that too, because some people really confuse it like that. And if that's what makes you strong, then that's fine. Say I'm not going to be nice, but that's not what it is. It's just you treating yourself with respect and boundaries. Because before we didn't have that, we didn't know where to start or where to begin and where to end. We have this brown skin, where to start, where to begin, where to end, right? As you say. And it's powerful. And it's like we really love with all our heart, especially, as women. You know what I mean? As women, really love with all of our heart. And it's like, wow, And I feel like once that's broken, that's it. It's nothing else. It's nothing more. Like when you touched on that fact about the keys, it was weird because, and man, I don't care who laughs at me from this point on. It's over. I'm over now, But I was that one to really fall for that. I fell for the key. I would go to the key. I would go to the door and put the key in the door, and the chain would be on. And I'd be so tired coming from work or whatever, I don't care what hour of night it was, and turn that key and the chain on the door. And I would be like in the middle of blah, blah. I would have to do like a whole plan of, okay, well, I got to turn back and go X, Y, and Z because I really trusted this key thing that was supposed to be the trust thing. That was really BS regardless of what somebody gives you. I don't care what they give you. Is it trustworthy? And I really had to experience that. So I had my dose of the key. All right. And I'm standing out there with that realization, you fool. You fool. It doesn't matter about a key. All right.
Shoot.
It matters the person, if they're really sincere, bottom line, because you can have all the keys you want.
Thank
It
you.
proves that the chain is on the door. I'm sitting out there knocking. It could be whatever time of night it was. I could be in dangerous territory. I could be whatever. And I really experienced that. So
they'll give you a key. They can give you a ring. They can give you a baby. They give you a title. It don't mean nothing.
No, we ain't doing that. We're not. No. So yeah, I had my dose, but it really broke my heart because you say your sign and the Virgo that I am. I'm too that, it's too. I'm a Virgo. Only know one way. We like, it's only one way. Like I always thought it was the only one way, which is real way. Come in, you real or you're not. And you had these in between psychedelics, that was doing anything in between, but you have to learn that, coming up and growing into, adulthood. And in adulthood, you have to realize that because things that used to apply doesn't apply anymore. You know what I'm saying? Respect, loyalty, those things don't apply anymore like they used to. Marriage is not even upheld. Like people really slandering other people's marriages. I see people on YouTube going at somebody else's husband on that and doing crazy stuff. Like I'm like, where do they do it? Like, is that really like something that you want to do?
Yeah.
Like you really, this is how you gonna spend your day?
And they think they better. They think they better than them because they got somebody's husband and stuff like that.
And they don't have nothing.
Thank
That's what
you.
I'm saying. The husband is content, but I'm saying I see people going at people, that they know are just fresh married and happy and beautiful couples. I see people, and I feel so bad because in certain cases, and it's so powerful because like when the man stands up and says the respect, that's a big deal. When the man cuts cuts that tree before it even start anymore, cuts it at the stump level, okay? That's a big deal. So I've seen the man have to say, hey, can you please have respect for my wife? Can you please have respect? And I'm like, this is crazy. Like people are really freaking crazy. That the things that used to apply did not apply anymore. It's unreal the way things are. So how I dealt with that heartbreak was, just to honestly grow through it with that person. I tried everything I could because again, I'm that Virgo. I tried my best to walk them to the door, of life changing, devices, different ways to go about living. You know what I mean? I tried all that, and just like, the Virgo, we hope for the best, and I've been in one where it was 15 years, and then I've been in the other where, and I'm talking about most recent now, I'm not even talking about, so one was like 15, and the other, with the key situation was only like 4 or 5 years. At least I cut my years down. I'm really trying to be somewhere where it makes sense, where I'm not just getting my heart broken, because I'm open to allow somebody, or someone time, that I could really use on my deathbed. Because to me, that's an insult. And see, when you get on Virgo side like that, it's real crucial. I'm not saying we all saints and stuff like that. I'm just saying, like, it's a whole different level that we think on. You know what I mean? Like, you really, messing with my last brushes around here. You messing with my life here. You know what I'm saying? It's really valid things we could be doing to help uplift Earth, humanity. You know what I'm saying? All the above, because that's what we're normally about. Of being of service. To what's good. And for someone to do that to it it's baffling. It's mind baffling. It's definitely heartbreak. And all I can say is, if you're a real true individual that able to take a moment and really dig into what's important to your spirit versus your flesh, so to speak, then that will get you through. Because that's the only thing that's important, is what's spiritually valuable to you. Anything else is obsolete. I mean, the flesh burns, you know what I mean? All that dissipates, it's what spiritually matters to you. If spiritually you feel like you're not growing or you're being hindered in some type of way, because those things can stifle you spiritually.
Mm-hmm.
You can really stifle yourself and not spiritually grow. You could be stuck right there in that little realm doing a whirlwind like this, and this whole circle, and just be trying to figure out, how can you grow? And that's not healthy. And 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna say this. I always tell, say this in well, I don't always say it. I probably don't say it enough, but just like we have, spiritual giants, we have spiritual midgets. We have midgets out here that can't grow no more. But you have also spiritual midgets, and these people, we really have relations with spiritual midgets. People that's not growing anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and that really hurts. It's like, wait a minute now, wait a minute. I thought, this is what I thought. The feeling was so right. I thought it was so right. We had the same, whatever. You felt like you was on that frequency with that person. But when you realize that that's as far as they can go, it's definitely time for you to figure out how you can grow. Because inside of your heart that you're not a spiritual midget. You know that you really want, you have this thing inside of you that's calling you.
Mm-hmm.
Usually you have that inside of you that's calling you. And when it's calling you to be your higher self. But you have to get from that point to your higher self. Yeah. And how do you do that? You have to take time out for self. And the best way to say that is, how can I treat me when I'm so full of you?
Yeah. Yeah.
How is that even possible? If everything I have inside of me is all you. What you eat, what you do, what you do. How can I do me? How can I even think about me? So that's what I'm saying. It's with me, it's always more spiritual. I have to really, really dig into that spiritual side. Virgo the Hermit, dig deeper. You know what I mean? Dig deeper, dig deeper. You'll really, really see a light. Because there's a real light inside of you. And you have to see it in order to believe it, right?
Mm-hmm.
People don't know because they haven't, had that opportunity, because it's so full of something else, and that hurts. But that's where it was for me. So once I really chopped out the blocks and melted the ice, then I was able to kind of move on and wish. Because see, it's important that you wish well, because you have to wish people well, you have to wish them well in your heart to move on. And you have to know that they'll someday get better. And that's the only way I can go, in my peace, because I always think that we're supposed to be of service. I'm supposed to, I can't leave that situation until they're better, until that wound heals, we try to be right there,
Mm-hmm.
So I have to do that. So those are the things that I have to go in deep and spiritually see, and just wish them well, and know within my heart of hearts that the same creator that's taking care of me is taking care of them, and then I can move on in my peaceful way. That's for me. Now, other people probably don't give a crap, like, look, I'm gone. back,
Mhm. Yeah.
But really, we have to go through a whole metaphor, a whole metaphor. Because when Virgo deal with somebody, we deal with you wholeheartedly, and I think it's a song about that. And I love Patty LaBelle for saying that. She talked about, something about when you, right, it's like a house, You move into her house. You move into her house, and you decorate and all that. Then decorate inside you. All that's inside you is what they put, and what was there. So,
well,
that's
I'm a Taurus. My son is a Taurus, so stubborn, and we hold on to things way past their expiration date too. So yeah, that fixed sign. So yeah, once I'm done, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think to anyone from textile, deal with the outside sources, because a lot of times it's good. Because I want to sum it up so they know where we're going with this. So you guys, the solution to dealing with this situation during holiday time, because that's what it was for me as well during holiday time. We had to move past, not being together and saying Merry Christmas, not getting that person a gift. That's the hardest thing, is to not get it. And if your person's birthday is around that time, it's the hardest thing to really, let go of what you have been doing for a while and do something quite different, So that's a lot. So, Tech, you want to sum it up what you're saying, or you want me to sum it up on the ghost, or how you want to? Because your suggestion is, in regards to how to get over that heartbreak during the holidays, is to
one, you invest in yourself. You can take up external things, another hobby or some type of task or skill or something you've been interested in. But you also want to do things, you want to do some internal work as well, because you can use this as a time to heal. You can use it as a time to evaluate, the relationship. Because relationships end, it's not just one person. There's always things that each person probably could have done differently. So you just want to evaluate and see what you have learned. Never look at a relationship that has ended as something that went wrong or was bad or was a failure. Look at it as the experience, be grateful for the experience, and take out whatever lessons you need from it, so you can go in and you can do the internal work as well. It could be internal and external work that you need to do. So, and each person is different. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
You can go ahead.
And don't forget your card at the ending, because you gotta remember your card, because your card said it best.
Yeah. And remember that you are on a path and you want to take one step at a time to happiness.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And it's like African world codes together. That's very, very powerful. And all I have to say is just remember who you are spiritually, and remember that you cannot do anything if you're so full of something else. If I'm so full of you, how can I help me? So we have to do a spiritual cleaning. We have to remember what we're dealing with spiritually. I know a lot of people don't see that, in that such a way, but those who do, examine who you are dealing with spiritually. Is this a spiritual midget? All right. Is this person a spiritual midget? Are they spiritually growing? Have you seen any growth in the last 2 days? Have you seen any growth in the last 6 months? It's very valid. Because, we got so many things going on in this world that we really, really have to be mindful. The blessing is within ourselves. You know what I mean? Ourselves is our wealth, and we really have to take real good care, extra special care for that, spiritually, mentally, physically, and emotionally. All right. But my card is saying, and And I'm glad my cards pulled out what you guys were doing, you know, as far as longing the physical intimacy. As far as that longing, again, you know, just pay attention to your spiritual side. That's the only thing that matters. That's the only thing that matters. That's the only thing that will get you through the holidays in any bit. Okay, I'm living proof. I'm the one that had to be the 7-year relationship. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, 7-year relationship. Let's see, 7-year marriage, whatever. You know what I mean? Those type of things. So it's like really identify who you are spiritually and really embrace that you. And from now on, just lead and move as your higher self. That's it. What were you saying?
Isn't that all? You summed it up.
Yeah. So you guys, that's what we have. If you have anything you want to include or to add, you guys know what to do.
Leave it in the comments.
Say what, that?
I said leave it in the comments.
That's right. And show us some love in the comments, you guys. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and actually share. All right. We want more of this family and more of this community. Okay. And we want you guys to be a part of this family as well, because as long as you guys are a part of this family, you guys have someone here that can hear you guys, and that can be a voice for you guys as much as you possibly would like us to. Okay. And we are opening our hearts to you. Right there?
Yes, we are.
It's going down. For 2022, girl, we're going to have a party here too. Some kind of way. Before New Year's, we got to do this thing. But you guys, we're going to leave you guys with that. So, again, if you want a special read during the holidays, shout out in the comments. We is tagging myself. We're here for you. All right? Okay?
Bye-bye.
Oh, if life lasts and death passes, you guys know. If life lasts and death passes. If life plans and death passes, you guys, we're here for you. I don't know what happened.
Well.
Okay.